Mike's Daily Podcast.
We are assembling here at Cafe Anyway. There's more than 10 people. We're breaking the law in California today.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
At an actual restaurant called Mike's Daily Podcast Cafe, somewhere in the last place on earth, located in Podcastro Valley, today. We haven't been here in a while. Hi, I'm Mike Matthews. Yes, sound effects are great, aren't they? They create an illusion in the podcasting world and in radio, and this show's called
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And I'm back again less than 12 hours after the last podcast I did because, well, something bad happened.
Daily.
And I don't want to go into it.
Podcast.
It's a personal matter, but I had to step up and fill in for someone. So I am here at your service, Mike Matthews. And I listen to a whole mess of when I do this early morning shift. I have to then go and I had a group message that I need to check out. Because there was somebody, a missed call. I don't know. I've got this Google Voice thing. In fact, you can call me at 336MM Daily, and Google helps me out with that. And you can leave me messages, but now I'm having a difficult time trying to understand what the heck it's saying. Okay. But yeah, it's good to have. Google's providing a lot of their websites and whatnot. They're they're free, somewhat easy to use. And people are using that to, help out the community when things are going crazy like now where we have to stay home. But people need stuff, so the community reaches out and gets together and tries to help each other out. And excellent.
And here's today's podcast picture.
The podcast picture today, as I'm looking at my podcast pictures, it's been a very interesting morning thus far on the Mike's Daily Podcast. I will have to tell you at some point Google Photos is another. This is Tech Talk today is what we're dealing with here on the show. The Google Photos thing is supposed to always be uploading with the unlimited storage. And they do it in such a way that what you're looking at, the photo, Basil. Is Basil in the photo today? No. We'll come up with one at some point, but... Oh, I see the issue. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong Google Photos. Oh, yeah. So Google Photos will upload in the original quality, and that eats up all your memory, and that sucks. Or you can do this unlimited kind, which is it makes the quality of the picture still look the same, but it's actually using less data. So if you have a really good eye for photography, and you can tell the difference, that's great. You might want to stay with your very high quality pictures with all the pixels that takes up all your space with Google, and then you have to pay them a bunch of money. I'm going to go with this amazing podcast picture today is of a sunset from almost a week ago when I was in Oakland. Oh, no, wait, this was a week ago, and I was still feeling great. I didn't have this sinusy, congested-y voice. It was lovely, and there was an interesting sunset happening where the sky looked like it was in flame. Maybe it was a harbinger of what was about to happen with us being in lockdown. We can't go outside. No, we can go outside. They don't want us to go outside. They're strongly suggesting we don't go outside. But do you get fined? No. That's a good thing. Because in Spain, you can get fined $1,000 if they catch you outside and you're not inside the parameters of what they say you should be. Like, you have to be an essential person. You have to be getting... You can walk your dog in Spain. Apparently that's allowed. And if you are a health professional, you can go to work. And if you supply gas and a couple grocery stores and all that, but they want everyone to stay home. And apparently they're enforcing it. Whereas here in the Bay Area, I don't see it yet, although we're only 2 days in. But I was able to drive to work at a very early time in the morning, and there's a lot of cars on the road considering this lockdown. A lot of cars out there, and a police officer drove past me. I actually never, ever, ever see police officers at this time in the morning, so that was interesting. But what's this going to do? What's this going to do politically is interesting, too, because now Ohio, they canceled their primary, like at the very last second. It was back and forth, back and forth. The pollsters were there. The people were ready to take your votes. And at the last second, but first, actually, they were told to go home. And then a judge said, no, we can't change the election this close to the deadline because it was within hours. And so the pollsters went back. And then the governor just said, nope, we're done. And it was done. No election. And that's like your thing. That's you in America. Now, a lot of Americans don't vote, and we all know that, and they have their different reasons. And I can never, ever argue with these people because they have made their mind up, and I can't get through to them. But the fact that you don't have a right to vote, I wonder if that's going to make more people want to vote. Oh, you don't want to vote? We've just taken your right away. Well, now I want to. It could be that kind of a thing. Hey, quick little, completely unnecessary sound effect for you right now. Can you still go golfing? With the lockdown, you would think you could be out on a golf course, and there's definitely no one that's 6 feet around you. I mean, you can be all alone. Of course, you're usually you're golfing with buddies. I think. I don't know. I've never been golfing. Miniature golfing. But you can see that podcast picture at MikesDailyPodcast.com. And we are outside a cafe anyway. All these people, by the way, they're completely coronavirus free that are here at cafe anyway, so nothing to worry about. Everything is fine. Oh, look who's here.
Oh, Mike Matthews, this is Chely Shoehart, gift shop supervisor. Oh my gosh, I don't want to be here, Mike Matthews.
Okay, then go.
I don't want to go home either.
Go hang out at Starbucks. Oh, you can't do that anymore either.
I know, Mike Matthews, this really sucks.
Well, hang out, but, keep that strange face mask on your face, and everything will be safe if you do that.
Mike Matthews, I don't have a face mask on.
Oh, you know what? Face masks don't help. Only if you have a cold or whatever, and you have the disease, I guess it helps keep everyone safe that they're not breathing your whatever you got. But if you don't want to breathe what other people have, face masks don't work. Thank you. That's great. So helpful. And then look who else is here. Oh, Mike, this is Floyd the Floorman. And this is John Day, the engineer. Yes, Mike, I'm trying to work on a cure for the coronavirus. How's it going? So far, I found a cure for lackadaisical days and that Flint stuff. Huh? I haven't found a cure. Okay. He's found a cure for other things, apparently. Thank you. Let's give him an applause. Bunch of sound effects today. Next show, it's going to be the wonderful Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, and the Brewmaster. Oh! I missed out on telling you about the bizarre thing that happened to me when I was still able to. When I can get to work later, I can take BART. So I voluntarily took BART. No one was on BART. Actually, no one was on my bus to get to BART except for the driver. So I'm on this completely empty BART train, enjoying the ride. It's a beautiful morning. There's big, huge, lumpy clouds in the sky. It's just a nice Bay Area morning. Not that many people around. The Bay Area is great when there's no one around. And, we say that, but then, the people are cool. Generally, people seem to be nice in the Bay Area, but they're all at home. So, I'm on this BART by myself. Suddenly, I look up. There's a guy standing right there in front of me. Looks to be homeless. He's got a hoodie on. Looks kind of scrappy. He looks like he wants something from me. This is about the time he's going to ask me for money, right? And he goes, "Hey, can I have your magazine?" I had a magazine sitting next to me, and I'm like, okay. So I hand it to him, and then he wants to shake my hand, and I say, nope, no handshaking. Do jazz hands, but no handshaking. That's verboten. And then he kind of looked sad, and he walked away.
No more!
And then he read the magazine, and it was funny because it was one of those crappy magazines you get sent to your house that's just a bunch of ads for houses and stuff, to repair your house and plumbing and heating and all that, and how much does it cost to get a pool or spa. So he enjoyed reading that.
What are you, nuts?
That's the end of the show today. Next show, it'll be the wonderful Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, the Brewmaster. And that has been episode 1996, 1996. A year where I remember... No, that's when the Verve came out, was 1996. Dun, 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 dun. Their cover of the Rolling Stones song. I forget which one they used. But, yeah, Bittersweet Symphony. And they ended up getting sued, and they had to basically give all the money they had gotten from that single to the Rolling Stones, but then the Rolling Stones made it retroactively that they would get a cut of that song from then on. So I guess they worked it out with the Rolling Stones. The end. What a wonderful story. Can we wrap up the show with that wonderful wrap-up thing I used to have? Is that still here? It's funny because I'm looking at stuff that's generally not... Okay, we'll go with this. And that's the end of the show. Excellent. Did we get a lot out of today's show? Yes, that there's things happening. And you should, if you can't get out there and enjoy it, I guess Google's got some sites where you can go to and check it out. Call up a friend. Actually talk to someone, don't text to them. Actually speak with them. Because we can't be without people. I think that's what I'm saying. Okay, take it away, Ariel.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!